am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on?
Chillin', Mark.
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back for
How you
you. Been here.
We did have to go on a little 1 week hiatus, so
It's all good.
we
So,
back.
We posted the season 2 of TMNT 03 during that week, so we had some casts up there, so you definitely can listen to those. Those are good. Those are good shows, man.
You said TMNC?
03, yeah, the Turtles 03 series.
Nah, I'm trying to remember because I always remember when you talk about it because this obviously the cast is not the first time you've mentioned it.
Yeah.
And you talked about which ones are your favorite. Now, was that the one that was the emotional season with Splinter, or was
No.
that a different season?
So 2012, I think, is the most emotional one with Splinter.
Okay,
So that's
alright.
when you find out Karai is his daughter, and he does a lot of things that goes on with his personal life, and he's also a human that turned into a rat. As in this
Okay.
one, he's a rat that got bigger into a rat.
He's just a rat.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So they go kind of more into the movie stuff. So season 2 was the return of Shredder, and then you also got introduced into Karai. Then they did a whole thing and things like that. You actually found out that Shredder is a crane and things like that, and he wants just world domination. He doesn't really give a fuck about honor. He tells Karai that many times. I don't give a fuck about your honor. These all good die. I don't give a damn. And then it ended with the Battle Nexus, which was it was a big fight tournament that kind of like if you think about the Quest, it was very similar to that the who's who of fighters all come collide. Usagi Yojimbo was in those episodes, which made me happy. And then Mikey won that tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the extra cover of the cast. It was Mikey on the cast. Mikey has the trophy of it. It's a really good season. It's really well thought. I think it's based more on the Mirage comics, so basically you have more serious tone episodes and things like that. But you still find the characteristic of all the turtles. They still have everything like that. And then Mikey and Raph bullies Mikey all the time. So in that tournament, he kind of reaped what he sold, and basically Mikey just talked shit to him the whole time, and then he got really flustered and mad, and then that's how Mikey won.
Oh, okay. Well, it came down to those two.
It came down, and then Master Splinter, it was first from him versus Master Splinter. Master Splinter forfeited his spot because he's like, I already won, and you're my son. I'd rather see you win than me win again.
Okay.
So he left it to him because it was Splinter won it, and his master won it before him. So they had like
Gotcha.
statues of all the winners and shit. And then Usagi Yojimbo for Leonardo, and their match got there was cheating on his match, and then there was a lot of shit going on and things like that. It was actually a really good storyline. But I'm just digging the series because they're fun to watch and they're more serious tone, and I think they captured more of what the Turtles were in the comics more than the original cartoon, which I like. And it's fun. So check out those casts. We did the first 2 seasons so far. We'll be doing season 3 for next month, so definitely stay tuned for those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good. That's
Talking
good.
about the Turtles, I've been grabbing their comic books. So I've been reading the Power Rangers / Ninja Turtles Part 2, and this is the second series of their team up, and it's been pretty sick so far. You got Lord Zed in it. You got all the mutants kind of teaming up now. And then you have all the Rangers going, the Turtles going into the Ranger school with like holographic human suits on and shit like that. So they are human into everyone's eyes and stuff. And Mikey's asking the questions that everyone asks to the turtles, like why is this, why is that, why did we do this, how you do this, why you do this. And it's actually really good. And Casey Jones got a freaking cool ass Power Ranger suit.
Okay.
So it's only on the second issue. I haven't got to read it yet. And also talking about Turtles, the Last Ronin, the Lost Days, that also came out. I read the first issue and it kind of introduced the new 4 Turtles that's going to have a feature comic down the road.
Now, what is this blasphemy? This seems like something you and Tommy made up. What is this blasphemy I see about Zordon being confirmed a villain?
So we've been saying Zordon was a fucking bastard for a long time. We don't like Zordon. I always hated Zordon because he just speaks the obvious. He's like Madden. When he does his announcing, he just speaks the obvious. Like he cabs the ball and he runs. He speaks the obvious and he watches people sleep, and I don't like that shit. So it's kind of going to a storyline that Zordon was always the villain, and he recruits people to do his bargain, pretty much, and that's pretty much what we've been saying for the longest time.
Okay.
So we're right. They listen to us.
So is he working for someone else? Is he his own villain?
He's his own entity, like, because so they're getting more in depth into what he used to be. And they're learning more and more that he was not what he seems to be. So the comic has not come out yet, but where I read last, they're going like the Rangers are the Omega Rangers are trusting him less.
Okay.
And they're kind of looking at what he's doing, and they don't really trust him. And then he's been doing kind of shady shit because now he has like a bodysuit. He made his own like fucking morphing power. So he has like a bodysuit and shit. Like this was what his old suit and shit like that. And he's been doing shady shit within the Rangers like grasp, and they're getting tired of it.
Okay.
So, yes. Zordon, we always expected it. Me and Tommy been saying this for a long time. Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
I think this is influence. I call shenanigans.
Yep.
I think you guys did this. You did this. You did this.
Yes, I feel proud of it.
You and Tommy. You and Tommy did this.
I feel very proud. I think he's very proud of it too, because Zordon is bullshit.
Was he the first person you told, or did he tell you?
I told him. I should send the thing. I was like, you see, I told you. We were like that. So yeah, it's a weird storyline, but their comic books have been very good. So I gotta catch up. But I caught up to like the current run of stuff. So now they have Mighty Morphin, and the other comic is Power Rangers. So Mighty Morphin is more the original team. Well, not original team. Rocky, Adam, Aisha's there, but the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And then you have the Power Rangers, which are the Omega Rangers, which is Jason, Trini, Zach, and then 2 other aliens that resemble their team.
Okay.
So it's good. It's good stuff. Good reads.
All right. I'm glad it's good.
Yeah. It's just a lot to catch up, and I've been going through the IDW Turtle comic for the longest time, and I'm about to finish it. So now I'm gonna take the big deep and go back into the Power Ranger books and like read everything.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Well, don't forget, I wasn't privy to a lot of media. I was watching mostly just some YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? I was off. I was off the grid. I left my coin. I left my power coin. So I was not plugged into the grid. The one thing I did see that interested me, but it was going to regardless, was I saw them go into detail with like first it was a 12-minute video. I think there's another video floating out there.
Yeah.
And I have to give them credit because usually I don't really mess with them too heavy. But it was IGN, and they got to get a preview of Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Nice.
And there is no question I am picking that up.
Okay.
That is a day one for me. I remember. I don't think I pre-ordered the first when it first came out, but I bought that game day one. I was tempted to buy the chainsaw controller.
I had the chainsaw controller because
Did you get it with
I
the
got
controller,
it
or
from
you
when
got
I
it
was
after
working
the
at
fact?
GameStop, and they had it, and it was like it had no barcode, or it was like zero like account thing. So I was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
taking this shit.
Damn.
I think I still
Got
have it in
him.
my mom's.
Got him.
It's the
But
game. I
yeah,
have the GameCube one.
yeah, I don't think it came out as the chainsaw came out for everything else,
I
right?
think it only came out for PS4 in Japan.
They brought it back.
Yeah, I think they did it when they released it on PS4, and they did it for
Wow.
Japan.
Okay, that's crazy. But like, yeah, that was kind of a phenomenon when it came out, and I'm happy to see it looks. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna say I'm happy to see. It does look scary.
Yeah.
They turned up the spooky factor. They turned up the action. I don't know how cheesy it is as compared to the original, because a lot of the voice stuff you don't get to hear too much in that clip.
Yeah.
It's mainly a specific section of the game. I believe it's the church. The first time you rescue Ashley from the church, I think it is called. And they show like that Leon now he has ground executions. They added certain they actually put a checklist of things that they changed, and they put that out there for people to read up on it. And there's things that I think are for the better. Some people might think are for the worse because they took out the QTEs.
Yeah.
But like, Mark, how do you feel about QTEs in games? I don't like them. I don't like mashing a button.
It depends
I
on.
don't.
It depends, I guess. Like I don't mind. Like Spider-Man's, I didn't mind at all. I think they kind of flowed with the game and kind of got you within it. But they kind of did the quick action stuff when you had to like rev things up really fast and things like that. So I don't mind it in certain games. When it gets overused, that's when I mind it.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
every 5 seconds is a quick time event, and it's like, nah, stop that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, those mashing ones can go to hell. No,
Yeah.
no, thank you. So they said they're getting rid of those. They did say, like I said, the horror elements are gonna be more focused on. There's some stuff with when you're when you knock an enemy on the ground, because remember the whole big concept is what they call them, the plagas,
Yeah.
things that burst out of the enemy's heads and whatnot. They put a new thing where like if you kill the enemy, if you execute an enemy on the ground, you can stop it.
Yeah.
Scott Steiner's not happy.
Yeah.
He likes those things. He likes them. He likes chaos. But I mean, that was actually a major part of the game because it would make you rethink where you kill an enemy. You know what I mean? Not just how, because you couldn't tell. It was a random element. So this seems to get taken away a little bit of that randomness, which I think is always a positive thing. Put more control in the player's hands. Do it.
Yeah, it looks good. I've seen like some of the videos of it. I'm gonna wait because I have the like a Dragon Ishii like right around the corner. When does it come out? Resident Evil 4.
I think that's in March.
March. Okay, so there's time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 months from now. So I was in March. Yeah, so that's fine. Like a dragon is what it is. That's a foregone conclusion. Like you didn't even have to show me anything about it. I'm just gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah, same.
'Cause they've already done the work, and I know what it was. It's not like it's a brand new game.
Yeah.
Like it was something we never got, but I knew it existed. So like I wanted it, right?
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of people wanted that. So like they know they're gonna pick that up. But Resident Evil 4 is a thing that I was worried about, because you don't know how these things are gonna turn out.
Yeah.
They go on and try to fix things. I'll give an example of one that worked and one that didn't work, and it's the same company. Resident Evil 2 remake. I don't know if you played that,
That was really good.
but they went back and they did a lot of work, and it's a completely different game, right?
Yeah.
They changed some of the story stuff. They changed how the game plays completely, and it worked out for the better. Now, Resident Evil 3 remake, not quite the same level of success in people's eyes, and I understand it.
Yeah.
Because in that game, they thought that in order to make it better, they needed to trim it.
Yeah.
And so they ended up cutting out a lot that a lot of people remember. And that's not what I'm about. Like, if you're gonna remake it, like rework the stuff that was in it. Don't just cut it out. You know what I mean? So I'm curious about what they did to a lot of things. You know what I mean? And also the fact that I don't know if Leon's gonna be kind of like stupid. And I don't mean stupid as in like a dummy, but like he said a lot of dumb one-liners in the first in Resident Evil 4. There was a lot of like just dumb action movie hero one-liners in that, and I don't want that to go away because people think, he needs to be a sophisticated character. No, he doesn't. Don't do that.
You want the silliness.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so that was like the one thing I really got to see some of this past week. And that's about it. Oh, and I got to see 2K23.
Yeah, it looks good.
We got to see them show that like for the first time, playing and everything.
I'm waiting on if they have a collector's edition and seeing what it is before I do a pre-order.
Just an invisible box sitting on the shelf. That's it.
If they make a visible box that you can see everything that's inside the box and it has the title belt, I 100% will buy it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
That'd be hilarious. I'm looking forward to it. I've been playing the Hi-Fi Rush game on the Xbox.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Pretty dope.
It's great.
It's very you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like a platinum game kind of style.
You're not the first person to say that.
That has some very similar gameplay with that. And I was surprised with the people that made the game. Like, I was looking through their history, and they're known for like horror games and shit like that. So this is like their first game that is just very bright, vibrant and shit.
Okay.
Because everything else they worked on was like horror game. They did I forgot it. It's a popular horror game too. Hi-Fi Rush. But I've been digging it. It has a cool little storyline going with it as well. I'm like maybe halfway through. I haven't like fully finished it yet, but it's been a fun game. Like, I actually been digging it. Tango Rush. So this is from Bethesda. They did The Evil Within, and they did Ghostwire Tokyo.
Okay, so they have those are up there in terms of like people were waiting for those games and looking for them. Like the first Evil Within, a lot of people who are fans of that type of genre, which is survival horror, I guess. Yeah. Like they say that's one of the best survival horror games. So okay.
So they did those games. It's very fun and it's very beautiful looking, and the transition from game to video to game is like very like you can't really miss it.
Seamless, yeah.
It's really cool, and the gameplay takes getting used to, getting the patterns and stuff like that. If you want to play perfect, takes getting used to, but other than that, it's a very fun game. I've been playing it. I'm almost done with it.
Cool.
And then
I think it's like it's on track to win like game awards and stuff, and I do see online publications saying like it's like the best game on Game Pass. Like they're just saying like this is what Game Pass was made for, like stuff like that.
I'm sorry, but there's not a lot on Game Pass. So it's like, yeah, it's the best of worst situation, but it's a great game. Not to give it like not discredit it either, but I think Xbox needs to do more things like that to really get people like excited about Game Pass, because for a while before this there was really nothing to really play.
I guess so.
Unless
but
you're into
I also they just need to have more. But before I even say what I'm gonna say, is it exclusive?
Yeah, it's exclusive because Bethesda made it.
So then if that's the case, then what they need to do is they need to get on the ball and start throwing money at people who want to make unique and just original exclusives for their services.
And I think that's what they're doing, because Bethesda showed a bunch of games that are coming out within this year. One is like a four-player horror game as well, and then by the people that did what's that game? The stealth first-person game. What was the name?
Not Cyberpunk, right?
No.
Because there is stealth in that first-person game. It's about Thief. Because that's
something is similar to that. It's by Dishonored. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing a four player co-op game. They're kind of like Left 4 Dead in a way that comes out later this year. So they announced that they snuck released this one. Like this one had no preview, no nothing, and then they were like, "Hey, they got a brand new game today."
Okay.
So I don't mind. I would like to see Xbox do that more because they don't really have plans directly on what's coming out through their catalog of stuff. And then now you have Bethesda, now you have Activision and all that shit too. Like start having make those secret games and get them going because again, you want people to have a Game Pass. These are the reasons you need Game Pass.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, not for nothing. It makes me want to finally pay the money for the PC version of that Game Pass service.
Yeah.
Because it is playable on there.
Yep.
So that's good to know that it's doing well and a lot of people like it. That's one thing I know.
I'm happy. It's a really good game. I think you will like it a lot. Just like the visuals alone.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's really good. And it has a nice sense of humor to it too. It makes me laugh. Cause like the third boss he's just like using all his budget to try to kill him, and he's just going through his budget the whole time trying to kill him. And then the last fight is like the two broken up monsters because he ran out of budget to fight him.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it has this funny shit like that. It makes me laugh. But yeah, Like a Dragon Ishi right around the corner. I can't wait for it.
Gotcha.
I have a pre-order on my system already. Like I'm just waiting.
Okay.
I was gonna get the new thing, but like the metal case and stuff like that. But I had fucking PlayStation money, so I was like still there. So I was like, you know what? Let me get the Max, and then when it goes on sale, I'll buy the metal case. Yeah. I like to collect them. I have all the Yakuzas, the metal cases.
I got you. That's cool.
But I'll wait till they're dirt cheap and I'll buy them, and they will usually come with the metal case. Like a Dragon. No, Like a Dragon I bought brand new. Like part 6, I waited mad long to get the whiskey cup.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Definitely.
But like Kiwami 1 and 2, I waited to it. They were like $10 each, and I bought the one with the metal case and shit.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't got nothing else. That's all I've been doing.
Yes, sir. It is what it is. So, should we get into the movie now, or
Yes.
you got?
Let's knock this movie out.
Okay, so this week we have Wanted, and that is from 2008. It is rated R. It is an hour and 50. And let's see when it debuted. It is in the United States. They have it as June 19th.
Yep.
2008. It is directed by Timur Bekmambetov. Sure. He says it faster than that. He is responsible for, now let's see. Have you ever seen his version of Ben-Hur?
No.
Okay. Have you seen Night Watch?
Night Watch. I don't know.
Have you seen Day Watch?
Oh, Day Watch I did see.
Okay, well you saw one of them. All right.
That's the vampire movie, right? That's it.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
It's that Russian vampire movie. I did watch that.
Okay.
Day Watch I watched it.
I'm just looking through. There seems to be a lot of maybe for Russian film.
Yeah.
I see a lot of things. I see him. I was about to say, I see him credited on something called Black Lightning.
Yeah.
It's not American Black Lightning.
Oh.
It is, and it's in 2009, so that's way before the show. Yeah, so he's mostly in a lot of Russian based, a lot of starring a lot of Russian characters. If I look through his films and whatnot, but like I think this is like one of the few that I guess he broke through. He did Linkin Park Powerless video. Do you remember that video?
Powerless, yeah, that's a good video.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, the writing credits: Michael Brandt, Derek Haas, and Chris Morgan on screenplay.
So something you'll notice is that the original writer of this, what this is based on, is not on the writer credits.
Oh, really? They didn't put. All right, so let me just finish up here. Michael Brandt, Derek Haas on story. Mark Millar and J.G. Jones they have on comic book series. So who's the missing person?
Mark Millar is the one that wrote the book.
He's there.
Oh, he's there. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the comic book. They have it separated.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So at least they don't have people looking for them for credit. The movie stars James McAvoy as Wesley. No last name. Morgan Freeman as Sloane. Angelina Jolie as Fox. Terrence Stamp as Peckwarsky. Thomas Crutchman as Cross. Common as the gunsmith. Christian Hager as Kathy. Mark Warren as the repairman. David O'Hara as Mr. X. Konstantin Kabinski as the exterminator. And Chris Pratt as Barry. Any other people? Let me see if I can find the boss, because they probably don't have a picture for that lady. She probably not a big name actress. Yeah, they don't have the boss. Or do they have the girlfriend? Is the girlfriend?
Yeah, you already said her. Kristen Hager.
Girlfriend Kathy.
Kathy.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's about all the main characters. So this, I know there is a graphic novel.
Comic. It was a comic.
Straight up
made
novel?
graphic novel. Yeah. By
Okay.
Image.
All right. Cool. So this one says, it follows a frustrated office worker discovers that he is the son of a professional assassin, and that he shares his father's superhuman killing abilities. So there you go. That doesn't tell you too much about it, but it does tell you he good at killing people.
Yes.
The one thing I noticed about this movie right off the bat, this movie is a lot of memes came from the office scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
The picture of James McAvoy in the office fanning himself that people usually put on social media when they see a hot person, either male or female, that came from this movie. That had me dying laugh when I saw it. Again, I never saw it.
No.
I didn't know that. And again, I didn't read the comic, so I don't have the inherent bias against it.
Yeah.
So I know it's not 100% faithful, as most comic movies, especially to this point that we have watched, are not. They aren't faithful.
No.
But I know this one made a lot of people mad.
Yeah, so I think the one thing that got really people mad is they rewrote Fox's character, Angelina Jolie's character, or like a whole completely different character. Other than that, like, I thought they did a good job in just capturing what, like, the power scenes and things like that with the curved bullet, shit like that, and the story with the assassination. But then again, if you go to read the comics, like, they based Wesley, he looked like Eminem, and then you had fucking Angelina Jolie's character looked like Halle Berry and shit. So those were what they were based on. The stories are good. I actually prefer the comic because I just think they are more depth with the storyline. But I thought they did a good job in just capturing what the series was. It's not the best way to connect the story, but I thought it was entertaining enough. And the whole first half hour where they were in the office reminded me of Office Space. That shit had me rolling.
Yeah, the thing about it is that this movie, again, I'm not familiar with like the director and stuff, but I have to give credit because just a lot of the way the office scenes were shot, a lot of the what went on in those scenes, and then like when they got into the action in the beginning, I thought it was awesome. It was like this movie's pretty dope, man. I don't know. I'm kind of glad I didn't have it to taint that, because I probably would have been sitting there like, well, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? As I push my glasses up. But like having it be separate, it's just like it stands alone as its own thing. I think this movie feels like it should have been its own thing.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't have been called Wanted. It should have just been called like The Assassin's Son or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, because I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like they probably, because you told me that James McAvoy, this was one of his first like starring movies, period.
Yeah.
So I feel they probably didn't have the confidence that anybody would see it unless you had Angelina front and center.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because even looking at the poster, she's the bigger character than the main character.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She's right up in the front. Like you would think it's an Angelina Jolie movie.
Yeah. And I think that's what it
technically
kind
it's
of
not.
went into, and that's what people were complaining about. Like, I didn't mind her. I didn't think she was that bad in it. She had she had her Tomb Raider-ish vibes and stuff like that, but like I don't think she was that bad.
I if anything was bad in this movie, it wasn't her.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like the other thing about this is that because it's not on the longer side, I don't think it ever got a chance to get boring.
Yeah.
Because it goes from character building with the office stuff, so it definitely gives you a chance to understand who the main character is, what he's going through, what his life is. It has like likable and unlikable characters. Like the girlfriend ends up being unlikable, but then again, you see how he's living, and it's like you kind of understand. It's like she has every right to be unhappy. Yeah. But then also you have Chris Pratt as that silly character, the boyfriend who's like basically sleeping with her. And also just every time he's around the main character, he's buddy. So it makes this, I guess you would call that a dichotomy of you want to hate him.
Yeah.
But he's just so silly and like aloof. Like you can't really be mad at him because it's like, man, this guy's just a dummy. He's just happy to be there.
He's just there. He just exists.
No, but not even, it's like he has a personality of just kind of being like just a jolly goofball almost. Like you can't really take him too seriously, you know what I mean? And then that's made even more funny throughout the movie because as the main character gets his wantedness down and he comes back, and there's the scene when he goes back in the house and the girlfriend's like, oh, you just come back in the house and now you're going to just want to use the bathroom? You've been gone for 3 weeks. Yeah. And then he slams the door and breaks the door open on his friend's face. And then he leaves after he makes out with Angelina because she sees the girlfriend bugging out to make her jealous. And then all Chris Pratt character says is, he's the man. And it's just like, damn, I can't be mad at that guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
He was a funny character.
So like, yeah, he had a small part, but it's just like, man, it's so silly and so funny. So like a lot of this movie, the peripheral characters, they actually add to the movie. Like the boss, where she's just the lady that he describes her in the beginning as my anorexic boss. And I was just like, what the heck? That lady is clearly not anorexic. Yeah. And then when he snaps on her and breaks down, and the little things he's describing, he says, we know about your jelly donut stash in the office. It's just like, damn, son, damn. It's just like, there's a lot of little pieces and parts to this movie that actually make it pretty fun. So like, I feel a little bad that for the longest time I thought this movie was bad, having never seen it, because of the reception of the fans. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of why, like, in general, I changed that opinion on stuff that I view. I tend to like want to see it first, or if it has any interest to me at all, because some stuff I just won't watch, even if it's popular or not.
Yeah.
But I try not to have a mindset of, oh, I hear everybody doesn't like it, so my opinion is gonna be that it's bad.
Yeah.
I'll just go, oh, that's unfortunate, but I need to see it for myself if I want to see it. 100%. You know what I mean? So this movie is kind of a testament to that. Like, it's not a bad movie. No, it really isn't. It's just, if you're a fan of Wanted and it deserves to have its fan base because I know it's actually really good. It's actually written very well. I can understand fans of the original wanting nothing to do with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it also made it a different. It was a different movie than what the book was, and you know what? That's fine. Like, especially as we go through these lists of movies, a comic book or graphic novel going into movies and stuff like that, you're 100%, and we learned this the hard way, going even back further in what we've been doing, that they do have to make changes, especially if you're doing a 1 hour, 2 hour movie. You cannot tell a whole 12 book arc within one movie. You have to kind of spread it out and things like that. And I think the minor things they changed wasn't as bad as what people say it is.
Okay.
That's to me. Like, I didn't think it was that bad of a movie. So what are you going to give this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. No, I'm gonna say 3.75.
All right. So your 3.75s are Spider-Man, Unbreakable, and Spider-Man 2.
I'll put it behind Spider-Man 1.
I gave it the same thing, and it makes my it is my number 13. It is your number 13 as well.
Okay.
Works. No, actually, it's your number 15. There you go. All right. Next movie for next week's comic book theater is Hancock.
And I have never seen this movie. And it was almost the same story.
Yeah.
All I've heard is this movie is good in the beginning and it turns into poop. So
this is all right. So I remember watching this movie when it first came out, and what people bitched at was like the whole second half of the movie is a completely different movie than the first half, and there's reason for that. This movie had two directors. One cut out halfway through, and then it had another director. So they both went two different directions with this.
So this may be a case where this is really like something to be upset about because of that part. Is that a real reason? Gotcha.
So we got Hancock next. I'll do the next few weeks that we have. So yeah, we got Hancock next. We got Hellboy 2 after that, Dark Knight, Punisher Warzone, The Spirit, Push, Watchmen, Wolverine Origins, Surrogates, Whiteout, Defender, Paperman, Loser, Kick-Ass, Iron Man 2.
Oh boy, Wolverine Origins.
I wish you could just play the game and not to watch the movie.
Yeah, I know. Ooh. I gotta get ready for that one. I gotta mentally prepare myself.
You're gonna have a Rocky montage ready for that movie. Chasing chickens, eating some raw eggs. All right, I'm ready for this shit. Piss lightning, shit thunder. Let's go.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be a bad one. Hancock, I watched it once. I haven't watched it in a while. I was trying to find it free, and it's not free, so I had to rent it. But it's a movie that I like. I remember clearly the beginning part, and it was actually very entertaining. And it kind of just went to a weird place because it kind of doubled like the Superman kind of vibe. Like they were aliens, and one could feel the other, and things like that. So it kind of had like a Superman kind of storyline arc to it. So we'll get to it. So Hancock is next week. Hellboy 2 I actually really like a lot, and that's the Golden Castle or whatever it's called. But Hellboy 2 is really good, so I'm looking forward to that. So those are our movies for next week's cast. So that's all. Wrap this up.
There was one thing I wanted to bring up, but I kind of forgot what it was.
Oh, you saw the King RKO, the RKO in Second 8? I'm excited for that.
No, what?
TikTok. I sent it to you on Twitter. There's a little TikTok that I watched.
I forgot to talk about Nina Williams. They showed like the full. I think it's the first character trailer they did.
Okay.
of Nina Williams in Tekken 8.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I did not get to see it. I saw what she looks like. I didn't get to see the trailer.
You should watch that because she shoots you now.
Ooh.
It's ridiculous.
Why
She look kind of crazy. She look kind of crazy. That's all I gotta say. Like they're going in a different direction with that game, where like not everything is as super serious with the what happens in the fights.
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget in Tekken 7, the customizations you could use a shotgun and all that dumb stuff. So they're leaning more into it for the characters, the base characters, instead of it being an add-on.
Yeah.
Dina got them guns. That's all I gotta say. She putting holes in you.
Damn.
You ain't getting no.
I gotta check that out. I didn't get to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's something else, man. It's kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
So.
I did send it to you. Let me send it to you right now so you can see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I did send it to Twitter, but I'll send you it again just so you have it more fresh in our conversations. Because I sent it was a TikTok video.
Ah, okay.
But
okay.
he does an RKO. He actually like takes in a couple hits and then will RKO you.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that looks nasty. That's good. That's good.
I'm excited for that.
That's good.
We use King just to RKO motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, man.
Why not?
I'm actually excited for that to see more of it. I'll definitely check out the Nina Williams when I get off. But, yeah, I was looking at the Storm collectibles before we go, and I'm looking at this Chung Li they made.
They made Chun-Li?
Yeah,
oh wow, I didn't know.
Like, damn you.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, that's my girl, man. I love Chung Li.
Yeah,
Chung Li's
that's
my favorite Street Fighter character. So I might have to. Other than that, that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. Well, I might as well say shout outs to what was it? Some of the figure stuff. Since it's such a short episode, might as well say Ringside went crazy.
Oh yeah, they were
with the AEW stuff. Shout outs to, let's see, my favorite ones. Shout outs to Swerve and Keith Lee.
Yeah.
They figures. Shout outs to Abaddon and the Bunny and the Blade.
Abaddon's look cool. I
yeah.
can't wait to see the actual figure though, because I don't think the sketch does any justice for it. Yeah, I want to see the actual figure.
Shout outs to Captain Insano.
Captain Insano was funny.
Captain Insano. I can't believe they're gonna do that. Shout outs to the Acclaim.
I still want the Corazon de Leon.
Yeah, that's a good figure. That's a good figure.
AEW got some good ones. Like, again, the only thing is like it's just too much, and I'm fucking running out of space. But
Kings of the Black Throne, they all got one now. So Buddy Murphy finally getting his figure.
Because I have all Buddy Murphy's figures somehow, some way. I got like all his figures, so I kind of want to
Malachi in the suit. You know what I mean?
I like the Malachi in the suit too, because I did pre-order the Supreme of Malachi and Omega.
Yes, sir.
So I'm
a new Danhausen. Then they only have one, right?
That's the first Danhausen.
This is the first one?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, shout out! Right. I just got the Zombie Sailor figure of Danhausen.
Well, oh, okay, good.
That was the only. That's the only one I own. I kind of want the broskies, but I missed out on the pre-order, and now they're expensive as hell.
Oh, I figured.
Those are the only two I will get off that set. I don't care about most of the other people that's on it. I got Dan Helsing. The rest I don't care. They're old people or people I just never a big fan of. But yeah, they look cool though. It looks like very Hasbro figure like it looks really good details and everything like that. I haven't opened it. And whoever sends it, he sends it immaculate. Like the board is straight, crisp and everything. So it looks
nice.
And I bought Century figure in Marvel Legends
again.
Oh no, I did tell you, but I got it for like $2.37.
Yeah.
So I bought the whole rack. So
you went back and bought more.
I bought the whole rack and I sold them for $30 each.
Okay.
So I made profit.
Those were the ones you said they were new though, right?
Yeah, they were brand new, but their clearance were $2.37.
Gotcha.
Check Walgreens; they may still have it.
Y'all be slipping, man. What's going on? Pandemic got people slipping.
It's funny shit is like I grabbed that for Tommy's boy Jeremy.
Mhm.
I grabbed it mainly for him, so I was like, let me grab it for him, stuff like that, because they usually grab me shit when they see things, so like Turtle Wise and things like that. So I was like, no, let me grab it for him, and I saw it rung up $2.37. I was like, you know what? Let me go get the other ones.
Gotcha.
I fucking took all of them and left. Yeah, and I made I guess it would be like $60 profit because I sold 3 of them, $30 each.
Do the damn thing.
Damn right.
Did you put any of them? Did you go into the group and sell any of them there?
Nah, I had I did on the Major Figure podcast. I did, yes, I did. I sold them on there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Make sure the homies eat first. That's all I'm saying.
yep.
Yes, sir. All right, that's it for this week. That's what I wanted to say before we went out. So make sure you stay tuned to the RedCycloneInc YouTube because there's a big update for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak this week.
Nice.
Actually, I believe it's tomorrow, the 7th. They put out a video this past weekend of they call them the free title updates.
Okay.
So it is free. There are 2 new monsters coming. One of them is from Iceborne,
Cool.
which was the last game. So that's what it's about, Monster Hunter, new monsters.
Nice.
So there will be more Monster Hunter content on the channel. It does very well. So you will do that.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So yeah, that's about it. Okay. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better As Real podcast. Make sure to check us out anywhere and everywhere, RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Merc the Mic. Also follow. Shout outs to Tenacious T and his podcast, The Popcorn Cast. Give them some love. Todd Squab, Tenacious T, the man with many names. Check their stuff out and give them a like and follow. Also follow my TikTok. Mark with the Mic is beers and figures, and probably some food stuff here and there. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. Give me a like, follow, and yes, there's a lot of figures and beers if you want interested. Peace out, laters, and always remember to follow the Jinkies.